What's up? Hey, everybody. How y'all doing today? Happy hump day. Happy hump day to y'all. I see Abby made me playing the makeup today a little bit. Little something. You know what? I think you, El Teddy, I feel like every once in a while, YouTube be like, you don't really mean it. We're going to make you rejoin. I feel like they do that because I've had a couple of people say that YouTube has made them become a new member. Excuse me, become a member again. So, well, welcome to the tribe, El Teddy. Welcome. Before I forget, because y'all know I will, at 8 o'clock, we're going to be off of here by 8 o'clock. And at 8 o'clock, El Teddy will be going live. I know a lot of y'all have been missing him. He's been off the grid for a week. He's been at a conference and handling business, outside of YouTube stuff. And so he will be live. And he's got some good stuff to give y'all. First of all, we're going to get El Teddy point of view on a lot of things that's been going on in the news. But then he got some things to share with y'all. So y'all will be heading on over there at 8 o'clock. So we ain't going to be on here long. It ain't a whole lot for us to get into. But whenever I say that, then we be talking about all kinds of stuff. So let me do my roll call. What up, y'all? Hey, Danny. What's up, little sis? Hey, E. Starkey, Lock Queen. Hey, Distant. I love your name. Every time I say your name, I just hear Distant Lover in my head. Distant Lover, yeah. Miss Black Bree. Okay, Miss Black Bree. Hey, boo. What's up, Abby? Hey, China White, Lock Queen. Danny has goals. Hey, Fire Spawn. Who else? Brandon is in the room. Hey, Brandon. What's up, Diamond Pearl Gem, my DMV sister? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Creative Diva, for the super chat. I appreciate the love. Honey. Thank you so much. It is much, much appreciated. So, listen. I think we mentioned this about a week or so ago over on these parts that LeVar Burton, there was a whole online petition for LeVar Burton to be the new host of Jeopardy, right? And at first it started off, I think it sort of started off like a little bit of a joke, but then it became real, and LeVar Burton even came out himself and was like, no, I'm down. I would love to host Jeopardy. For real. If this is a joke, I'm telling you it's not a joke. I would love to do it. And then there was this whole online petition. Well, as a result, what they're doing is they're having a series of guest hosts. And I'm feeling like that's their audition, right? So it was 5 names. George Stephanopoulos was one of the names. LeVar Burton made the list. Robin Roberts. And I really don't remember the other people. Those were the names that sort of stuck with me. And I feel like this is sort of like the audition to see who is going to click, who's going to do a good job. And I'm assuming they're going to have a week at a time. It wouldn't make sense to have them do one show. Let them do a week, see how they vibe. One thing I say about Alex Trebek, now I don't know how much time they gave him to practice, because I was an avid Jeopardy watcher. I love me some Jeopardy. But one thing about Alex Trebek, he knew how to pronounce the craziest words. He ain't never stumbled over a word. He ain't never mispronounced a word. And even when he did, the way he would correct himself was so proper that you wouldn't even mad that he said it. He'd be like, oh, excuse me, that is LaFleur. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay, but I'm definitely here for LeVar Burton. Ken Jennings, thank you, Danny. Ken Jennings. Now, Ken Jennings has been hosting a whole nother game show. But, of course, those of you who follow Jeopardy, we know that that's how Ken Jennings came on the scene. He's like the winningest Jeopardy player in the history or something like that. So, okay, Ken did well, but it took him a few days to get the time. And yeah, so I say all that to say, y'all make sure y'all support LeVar. I'm here for it. I'm here for LeVar being the new host of Jeopardy. I love Jeopardy. Hey, KFS, what's up? Every time I see your name, I always want to say KFC. I guess that's the fat girl in me that be thinking about chicken. Hey, little baby. Hey, boo. I wasn't a Jeopardy watcher, but the person who I would want watching would need to have a good voice in the background. Yeah, I mean, first of all, George Stephanopoulos, don't you already have enough jobs? Like, I look at George the same way I look at like a Steve Harvey. Do you not have enough jobs, sir? I like me some George Stephanopoulos, but I feel like you have enough jobs. Go on, sit to the side. I feel like you got enough jobs. I can see Robin Roberts. Y'all know I'm always down for some black girl magic. I'm always down for some black girl magic. Okay. Oh, Steve Harvey is back on Family Feud because didn't they fire him after that whole situation a few years ago? Didn't he get fired? Or was that just that he lost his show? What happened with Steve Harvey? Because I don't really be following him like that, child. The chase with the other 3 Ghosts of Jeopardy. Yeah, I thought I had seen that he was doing another game show. LeVar or Ken Jennings, or are they off the table? Well, I don't know. Ken Jennings is probably still on the table. They haven't made any decisions, but they are definitely having. They have a list of guest hosts, and I feel like when they get done with the guest hosts, then they'll make a decision. But they're definitely not rushing into this, which I can appreciate. I feel like we got to give respect to Alex Trebek and make it seem like this is a hard thing to do. Make it seem like this man who's been doing this show for 30 years is hard to replace. You know what I'm saying? Don't replace him overnight. Don't make it seem like, what's up, King Snoopy? Don't make it seem like you could just replace somebody like that. So I can appreciate that they're taking time and they're going through a whole process, and they may already know who they want, but I can appreciate that they're giving us a whole process. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? I was on time for my live, Snoopy. King Harvey is still at Family Feud. See, you got me saying King Harvey. Steve Harvey has even taken Family Feud to Africa, and I find that version more interesting. Really? Interesting. Yeah, I don't really watch game shows like that. Like I said, I love Jeopardy. Jeopardy used to be must-see TV. Like at 7 o'clock, I would stop everything and go watch Jeopardy. Clearly, because I'm usually here with y'all, that's not the case anymore. But I do watch it when I definitely can catch it. Yeah, we definitely cannot replace Alex Trebek, but what we want is a good. I don't want to use the replacement, but we want a good host. Because no, you can't replace him. You just can't replace him. Alex Trebek had a way of making you feel dumb when you got an answer wrong. He'd be like, no. Be like, you ain't know the answer either. You just got that card in front of you. I think just keep doing the guest host and we keep it interesting. I guess. I don't know. I mean, I could definitely see that being a thing. I could see that being a thing, but I think that gets to be very strenuous when you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would be very strenuous to always have to worry about replacing it. Listen, let me tell you something. If Vanna retired, they need to just leave it alone. Because first of all, she don't even turn the damn letters no more. At least before Vanna actually had to physically turn the letters, she don't even do shit no more. She just touch them. They don't need her. They only keep her there because she's Vanna White. So what ends up happening is when she gone, when she retires, or says she don't want to make this easy money no more, all they're going to have to do is just light it up. There is nobody to replace Vanna White. Vanna don't do shit. I want Vanna's job. Like, literally, Vanna don't do shit. She show up for hair and makeup to touch, ding, ding, ding. That's it. That's all she do. That is all she do. No, I never, I remember when her autobiography came out, but no, I never read it because it didn't interest me. Hey, Quintessential. Listen, y'all know how much I love me some Whoopi Goldberg. I ain't even talking about Whoopi. I just had to make her my thumbnail because y'all know how to listen. Whoopi knows she look good on that cover. Whoopi knows she look good on that Harper's Bazaar. I mean, not Harper's Bazaar shoot. Variety magazine cover. All of the looks. All of the looks were everything. I love that wig. I think that's the first time that we have seen Whoopi without dreads in a long time. I mean, when she do her movies, she be wearing them badass wigs. But listen, baby, y'all know I love Whoopi. Y'all know I love that woman. So yeah, I just had to give her some today. Cause I saw those pictures and I was like, bitch, what? What's up, Dark Liquor Cam? Right, Vanna, listen, peace, love. She don't even turn them no more. Listen, go look at Wheel of Fortune. Just look at the first 5 minutes. You ain't gotta look at the whole episode. Literally, they just light up now, and she just walks over and ding, and just touches them. They don't need her, but because she's just nostalgic, like you can't think of Wheel of Fortune and not think of Pat Sajak and Vanna White. Like you just can't. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's one of those shows that when the two of them retire, the show just gonna be gone. So even though The Price is Right survived, Drew, what's his name, came in, and The Price is Right is doing well with a new host. People had to get used to it. Yeah, I remember when she had to actually physically turn them, but she ain't turning shit no more. She ain't turning shit no more. I told y'all, I just want 30 minutes uninterrupted, a conversation with Whoopi Goldberg. And I just want to sit and listen to her talk. I don't give a fuck what she talking about. I just want to listen to her talk. Let her smoke her blunt. I'm going to drink me some Jack, and we're going to vibe. 30 minutes. That's it. That's all. I'll be good. I can go to the king. 30 minutes. That's it. That's all. I just love her. But they giving Pat smoke because they say he's being snarky and mean. Child. I don't watch the show, so I don't care. Right. Remember that C Golden when people had to actually buy? Listen, I remember that because I remember thinking, because you would win and then you had to go through the little thing and you had to buy the stuff that was in the thing to use up your money. And if you had money left over, like you just had to like round it up or round it down, something crazy. But they had shit in there like $300 sunglasses. And that was like back in the 80s. Like now, $300 sunglasses, okay, whatever. But back in the 80s, I remember thinking, now who the fuck? $300 sunglasses? I used to love game shows when I was a kid because my godmother, I told y'all about my godmother before, because my godmother was the one that got me into watching soap operas. So in the morning, she would look at her game shows, and then we would have lunch. And then in the afternoon, it was her soap operas. And it was 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Actually, it started at 12:30 because Ryan's Hope used to come on at 12:30. And then when Ryan's Hope got canceled, then it was Loving. But I remember watching Loving or Ryan's Hope from 12:30 to 1. 1 o'clock, All My Children. 2 o'clock, One Life to Live. 3 o'clock, General Hospital. That was a day in the life at my godmother's house. And I used to spend every vacation and summer break with her when I wasn't doing other stuff. Like if I wasn't in camp or my family we weren't traveling, we would go on our vacations in the summer. But when we were just home, baby, I was at my godmama's house. I love that woman. But yes, and I remember Sale of the Century. What was the other show she used to watch during the day? Of course, The Pyramid and all of those shows, child. Pressure Luck. Child, your mama and her stories. Listen, my godmama. Because my mother didn't watch soap. I mean, my mother wasn't a stay-at-home mom, so she didn't watch soap operas and stuff. She said when she, was home for maternity leave and stuff, she would watch soap operas, but she wasn't really into it. Now, once she retired, she started watching them again. And then me and her would talk about them because I still watch them. I told y'all, I would tape. I had a VHS tape, and I would tape my soap operas. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Passions. I never got into Passions. I used to watch Santa Barbara now. I love me some Santa Barbara. And I even got into that black show, Generations. Remember, Christophe St. John was on there and some other people was on there. I remember that. It was The Price is Right for both my grandmothers and The Wheel of Fortune for one. The other one was Supermarket Sweep. I never got into Supermarket Sweep either. I remember El Teddy was loving Supermarket Sweep, and he was so excited about the remake with Leslie Jones, and I don't think he was feeling it. Hey, Xavier. Hey, boo. I don't think he was feeling the remake. Listen, same thing now, because even though they canceled One Life to Live and All My Children, General Hospital, it's the same. Listen. The same ones. Hell, Anna done came back. Now Anna is back. Luke used to come back like once a year, but he said he was leaving for good. And I'm surprised that he has stayed away, but he has stayed away. He has stayed away. He said he was leaving for good. He was done, and he actually has stayed away. I will definitely give them that. Depending on when you started watching General Hospital, because what's his name? Scotty is back on there. Hell, Scotty, they done gave Scotty a child that he ain't know. Well, they always got to give people children. Lucy is there. Monica still be around, but Monica, she's sort of like fading out. Like they show her every once in a while. What's the son? Her son, Tracy's son. He's there. He got a wife. Brooklyn and stuff. Whoopi had a talk show. Whoopi had a talk show. It was good, but did not last long because it came on at 2 a.m. Most of the guests they felt were comfortable talking to her. Yeah, Whoopi had a talk show, and Whoopi also had a sitcom. I used to love her sitcom, but that was when George W. Bush was president, and she used to. When I say she used to give it to him, and the show got canceled because she was too political. But when I say she used to give it to them, baby, hey, Lamone, hey, boo. Damn, Xavier, why are you always so violent? Why are you always so violent? Golly. Y'all, Xavier, that's my baby, but he is so violent. My family was all about CBS, Young and the Restless, Bold and Beautiful, As the World Turns. God, now my grandmother that lived with us, my father's mother, she used to watch Young and the Restless for 30 minutes. She would watch Young and the Restless from 12:30 to 1, and at 1 o'clock she would turn over to all my children. I said, okay. All right, thank you. Well, thanks for coming through, King Snoopy. Yes, honey. Yeah, Whoopi. Yep, she sure did. Hey, what's up, Miss Bowen? Hey. Generations didn't have much of a chance because NBC placed it. Yeah, Generations, it was a nice effort. Okay, we will give us a black show. And I think it ended up going to BET or something like that. I want to say it didn't stay on the network long. It ended up going over to BET, I think. And then y'all know. Listen, I don't even watch Young and the Restless, and I know the people from Young and the Restless, child. Miss Chancellor and what's my man? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The guy. Victor Newman. That damn Victor, that's a fine man. Victor Newman. And not fine like he's a nice looking guy, but just his presence, his air, honey. Young and the Restless was amazing, but Bold and Beautiful was better. Stephanie and Brooke will have epic catfights. What? See, I never got into it. Yep, Nikki Az is still on there too, child. Nikki's still on there too. So yeah, that's what's happening. Y'all see how we start on A and we end up on Z? I don't even know how we got through the rest of the alphabet. We starting on A. Yeah, Victor got that swagger. Starting at A and ended up at Z. Well, anyway. So please send your prayers up to Baby Blue from Pretty Ricky. They said that he was shot. They said it seems like it was an attempted armed robbery, and he is in critical condition. So we definitely, we're going to keep that in a positive light, honey. We're going to have to keep the prayers up for that. Yeah, I ain't got a whole lot more to say about that. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm sorry to hear it. But I wanted to just mention that for y'all. All right. So who in my age group enjoyed that versus last night? Let me tell y'all something. For those of you who do not know what real MCs are all about, verses have given y'all some good ones. Okay, we had Ghostface Killah and El Teddy. Who went against it? It was Ghostface Killah versus I just remember Ghostface Killah. Who was it, y'all? It was Ghostface Killah. Anyway, it don't matter. I mean, it was good. But when I tell y'all, Method Man can get it all day, every day in the backseat of a 1959 a Buick pickup. I don't care. Method Man can get it. Raekwon. Thank you, El Teddy. Raekwon. I knew somebody knew. Well, okay. A lot of people knew. Thank y'all. Listen, they gave us some good ones, y'all. Okay? What happened to Raz B? You said praying for Raz B, Lock Queen. What happened to Raz B? Listen, even if you wasn't into Even if you wasn't getting your entire life last night, which you absolutely should have been, because when I tell you that Method Man, Redman showed the fuck out last night, they showed the fuck out. The fact that they did the first 30 to 45 minutes without even knowing what the track list was. They told the DJ, just play the track and we be all right. The fact that they didn't even know what songs were going to be played and they did not miss a motherfucking beat. Listen. What's up, Give Me Shelter? Now he had you questioning your marriage. Listen, I ain't even married and he had me questioning some things. Listen. Notice how all the mess clothes are fitted down. You know what? But it absolutely was. Listen, if y'all did not enjoy what they was putting down last night, and you are from my era or older, then I don't know what to tell you. You have lost touch with your roots. Now, the young folks, okay, whatever, because they don't know no better, child. They don't know no better. They was talking about that last night, how the people was calling them old, talking about they was going to have to show up in wheelchairs and all of that. I was like, they don't even know who they dealing with. First of all, have they seen Method Man lately? Excuse me? And second of all, do y'all not know who y'all dealing with? Redman and Method Man? Bitch, what? That thing was everything last night. It was everything last night. Peace, love. You said you missed it. Well, you know, a lot of the YouTube channels were streaming it. You need to go check it out before it's gone, because you know YouTube will shut that stuff down. But yeah, go check it out while it's still up there. You can go watch it. But baby, so good, so good. Yeah, Redman is a hoot and holler. I mean, Redman is definitely a work the crowd kind of person. They don't know no matter we losing recipes. We listen. Speaking, you know what? Speaking of losing recipes, let me ask y'all something. This was something that I saw a few days ago, and I didn't bring it up here because I just, you know, I see stuff sometimes, and sometimes I say I'm gonna talk about it, and other times I don't, you know. And then today they were talking about it on The View, and so I said, you know what? Let me ask my people. The next one is the Versus calendar. If you go to their IG and scroll down, they posted it a few weeks ago. You probably have to scroll down though. No, they have Versus set for the next couple of months, but they're not showing all of the names. So it'll say like you can see a couple of them, but they're not showing the names, so you don't know who it is yet. But we know that the next one, I believe, is Mother's Day, and that's gonna be Escape versus SWV. I think it's the next one. But yeah, no, they said Redman Method Man was 420. Yeah, the next one is Escape versus SWV. But they have some playing they have if you look at the calendar, they have dates set up all through the summer. They just have the names blurred out. You just don't know who it is yet. They got the names blurred out. I guess they'll let us know, you know, as it gets closer to those dates, who's gonna be doing it, you know. But listen, let me tell y'all something. So Howard University has decided that they are going to eliminate their classical studies program. You no longer can get a degree in classical studies from Howard University. You can still take classes. They will still be offering electives, but you can no longer get a degree in it. How are we feeling about that, people? How are we feeling about that? Will Tiny be at the Versus? I mean, as long as she don't get arrested between now and then, I guess. Hey, Diva Law. There will never be a Beyonce versus Rihanna. I am fairly certain that will never happen. First of all, that would break the fucking internet. That would just break the fucking internet. Let's just start there. Second of all, Zap Allen, I do not know where you can find it. Again, the only thing I can say is try to look on YouTube or some of those people that streamed it. If it's still up, if they didn't, you know, take them all down. That's the only thing I can say. I know if you have the Thriller app. I don't have the Thriller app. I usually just watch it on either watch it on YouTube or watch it on the Versus app. I mean, the Versus IG page when they're on. But if you go to the Thriller app, there may be an option where you can go and look at the older ones. But I really don't know. Yeah. First of all, Beyonce versus Rihanna would break the fucking. If Monica and Brandy did what Monica and Brandy did, Rihanna and Beyonce, oh my gosh, it really, like, seriously, it would break the internet. Like, really, like, it would shut you down. That's first of all. Second of all, I just don't think that they would agree to do it. I just don't think they would. Especially, I just don't think they would agree to do it. And as much as I love Rihanna, and y'all know I love my Riri, she don't have the list that Beyonce has. She just doesn't. And I mean, Beyonce don't even have to bring in Destiny's Child for her list to be longer than Rihanna's. You know what I'm saying? But it would be a fun night. Don't get me wrong. It would be a fun night, I think. But yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay, so classical studies are the studies of Greek, ancient Greece, and ancient Rome. It's a lot of philosophy. Something they brought up today, Joy Behar brought up today, is when you study the classics. I mean, classical history. That's when you start studying, the roots of democracy. That's when you study, drama. The beginnings of the idea of drama, and it's a lot of rooted stuff. That's a lot of rooted stuff. Now, I would be honest with you. I would love to see a rework. And let me say this. This is without me seeing Howard's curriculum, because I don't know what Howard's curriculum looks like. Okay. And let me also say, Howard's not the first school to do this. But I wouldn't mind seeing this reworked to add, if it doesn't already, add the African continent. When we start talking about the beginnings, the origins of. And that doesn't mean that I can't say it doesn't, because it's Howard and I haven't seen the curriculum. Hey, what's up, nephew? Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with them offering it as an elective, because let's be real. I mean, unless you're going to go teach it, or you're going to work at a museum as a curator or something like that, I'm not, other than I'm okay with them offering it as an alternative, because, I mean, as an elective, because you still get the information, or even a minor. Yeah. Or even a minor. But I'm kind of okay, because let's be real. If the purpose of going to college is to prepare you for the workforce, you want to make sure that you are putting your resources into areas where people are going to have the most bang for their buck. I mean, the reality is most people can't do a whole lot with a classical studies degree. What are you doing with that? Unless you are going to go and teach somewhere else. And even then, you're going to need a master's degree to be on a college level, because you ain't teaching that at a high school. You know what I'm saying? Or you want to go work as a curator or something like that. But you can minor in classical studies and major in English or something like that, and still be eligible for the same type of jobs. Yeah, study Egypt. Okay, exactly, Xavier. He done listed all of it down there, child. The only person that can go against Beyonce in the verses is currently being transferred from Cook County Jail to New York. We're not doing that. It took me a second, but we're not doing that. Listen, I hated my philosophy class. I did. Is Danny still in here? Danny, are you still in the chat? Drop down if you're still in the chat. Me and Danny went to undergrad together, and she gonna know exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about my philosophy teacher, child. Yes, man, really BT. Let's hear more from Africa, which is, yeah. I mean, the fact that, so many people don't. Okay, so you know who I'm getting ready to talk about. Danny's in the house. We went to undergrad together. Shout out to Bennett College in Greensboro, North Carolina. Listen, Dr. Lucia, may she rest in peace. She died last year. Dr. Lucia, baby, listen, she was crazy as hell. Oh, that woman was crazy as hell. She used to introduce herself and be like, my name is Dr. Lucia. Loose ear. That's how she would introduce herself. I was like, what? And then our humanities teacher, David Pender, Lord David Pender, that damn humanities class was a joke. Anyway, but yeah, I was not a big philosophy fan. I liked the idea of philosophy, but the class, the way she taught it, it just wasn't interesting. I didn't know how many there are, but we lost a great one in Dr. Asa Hillard. Interestingly enough, he passed during an educational trip to Egypt. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Hey, Kanisha, how are you? Never took philosophy. I dropped philosophy class the first day. Hated philosophy class. Yeah. I mean, I did it because for my major, I had to take it. So, I mean, I did what I had to do. But listen, Dr. Lucille was crazy as hell. Like I said, may she rest in peace. But she was crazy. She was a sweetheart, though. Like, she wasn't a mean person. She wasn't a mean-spirited person. She was just crazy as hell. She was very flighty. She was like, y'all know who Dr. Lucille reminded me of? And Danny, tell me if you agree. Y'all remember the TV show Alice? Y'all might not remember. You got to be older if you remember. Y'all don't remember. Y'all remember the TV show Alice? There's a new girl in town. Remember when TV shows had lyrics? Anyway, to their opening songs. But anyway, Alice, they had a character on Alice. The ditzy one. Damn, now I could see her face. It was Alice. It was Kiss My Grits. And it was oh, I'm getting closer. Hold on. I'm getting closer. Oh, what's that girl name? I can see her face. Vera. Thank you. Thank you. I was getting closer though, y'all. I was getting closer. She reminded me of Vera. Okay. She was a white woman. She was like they even looked like they could have been sisters. But if you think of Vera, that was Dr. Lucille. Now she was just smart though. She wasn't ditzy, but her mannerisms were very much like very nervous, very jittery. You know what I'm saying? But she knew her shit now. She knew her shit, but child, she was crazy as hell. Anyway. Flo was my girl. I used to love me some Flo. Kiss My Grits, Mel. She ain't care. Flo ain't care. Anyway. What time is it? I gotta keep track of my time. Okay. All right. So, Drew Sidora, y'all. For those of y'all that watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta, this probably won't come as no shock to y'all, but let me go on and read it to y'all anyway. According to Radar Online, Drew is facing a $30,000 tax lien placed against her new home in Duluth, Georgia. The court document stated the company Tidal Wave Response performed work on Drew's new home without receiving full payment. The lien was filed on April the 2nd. Ralph and Drew's new pad is pretty massive, and apparently in the same neighborhood where Nene Leakes, who also had her Tidal Wave provided water damage mitigation services, but they are still owed $29,306.45. Listen. Y'all. Listen. Do y'all know how long something has to drag on before it gets to the point of a tax lien? Like, do you know how many times they have called y'all? Do you know how many bills they have sent to the house? Do you know how many times they probably offer to do a payment arrangement? Listen, this is coming from somebody that is not that rich and have had to do all of these things, okay? I have had to make payment arrangements, okay? I have had people calling me saying, ma'am, you know you owe us some money. Yes, I owe y'all some money. Hell, I'm trying to call the long guy now. I didn't know I had a balance from last summer. Why are we just having this conversation now that I still owe y'all money from last summer when I called you to come do my grass? Why didn't we have this we had all winter to have this conversation, sir. All winter to have this conversation. But the reality of the situation is $30,000. Like, I only owe him like $100. Like, let's be clear. It's not that serious. But $30,000? Do you know before they get to the tax lien status how long this had to go on? The house, right? The house we watched them move into, China White. The house we watched them move into. She could have took her whole Real Housewives of Atlanta check and paid that bill. You know what I'm saying? Like there was 18 episodes plus 3 reunions. So we know you was making more than LaToya. LaToya was making $1,000 an episode, right? That's allegedly. Even if they doubled that, ma'am, you could have took your whole Real Housewives of Atlanta paycheck and paid that off. I'm just saying. That's why Rob moved in while she was gone. Xavier said we ain't heard nothing about her having money problems, so she hooked up with her. I ain't heard nothing about her having money problems until now. Being really affluent folks in the Real House Live bring really affluent folks to the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise. They have some. Listen, quiet as it's kept, Tanya got real money. Quiet as it's kept, Tanya got real money. Tanya got real connections. She is a baller. She lunches with like Oprah. You know what I mean? Like Tanya really is. And that's part of the reason why Tanya never wanted to be a full. She was fine being a friend to the show because she wanted the freedom to be able to show up when she wanted to show up and do what she wanted to do. And that's why her ass walked away when that whole Bolo shit hit. Tanya walked away and ain't never said another word. Tanya walked away and said another word. She was like, what you won't do. Like, I'm here for the shits and giggles. I'm fine with that. But what you not gonna do, you not playing with my name on that level. Not like that. Like, we could do a little hoo-hoo, ha-ha here and there. But on that level, you're not playing with me. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's what we're not doing here. You heard Tanya on a podcast. You had no idea who. Yeah, I didn't know either. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know until it's Tabitha said it. She said it like last year. And once she said it, I went out and did some research. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, she is a mover and shaker in Atlanta, like, for real. So her and her husband, like, well, he ain't her husband. He her boyfriend. But listen, if it worked for them, it worked for me. I don't give a damn. It ain't my business. But they are, like, that's real money. Like, they have real businesses and real money. And it ain't him. It's both of them. Kandi got real money. You know, people want to call, and here's what I find to be very funny. People want to call Kandi cheap and talk shit about Kandi, but Kandi got real money. Like, just because you have money doesn't mean you have to show everybody you have money. Like, because I remember when Kandi bought her house and they was dogging her out. Oh, she bought a foreclosure. Oh my goodness. Like I remember Kim Zolciak talking about something. Oh, it on her to get out. Listen, she bought a foreclosure in a gated community a block away from the mayor of Atlanta at the time. I'm not saying that's where Keisha lived, but the mayor at the time. And they got a whole guest house. Like, Kandi got a whole separate house that when she filming, she don't never have to let them people in her real house. She got a whole guest house. And she paid for her house in cash. Yes, it was a foreclosure. And like, why is that a problem? Like, people act like you have to spend a whole lot of money just because you have a whole lot of money. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yeah, Drew was struggling from the beginning. Yeah, she definitely was struggling. Right, and it's okay to be a baller on a budget. And let's be clear, when Kandi wanna floss, Kandi floss. Did y'all not see how Kandi been rolling around in that Bentley truck all season? Did y'all not see her buy her baby a Porsche on her 16th birthday? Like, when Kandi wanna floss, Kandi flosses. But she just one of those people that I feel like doesn't feel like she has to show money every time. You know what I mean? Like, she's just not that person. Bring the glitz and glamour back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. But see, here's the problem. And I keep telling y'all this. Y'all don't want to listen to me, but I keep telling y'all this. There are some franchises where the people they have just have money. They just have money. You know, the Real Housewives of Dallas, quiet as it's kept. And I know a lot of y'all be sleeping on Dallas. A lot of y'all don't watch the Real Housewives of Dallas. But them girls got money. Like, real money. Them girls got real money on Dallas. Real money. Stephanie's husband, Brandy, Cameron, Deandra. Oh, they got real money. Tiffany Moon. Listen, we didn't even understand how much money Tiffany Moon had until she started talking about all the hotels her husband owned. They have their own winery, vineyard. You know what I'm saying? They have their own vineyard. They own hotels throughout the world, not just the United States, all over the world. Listen, if y'all don't watch The Real Housewives of Dallas, let me tell y'all about Tiffany Moon. Tiffany Moon, she's another one that drives a Bentley truck, right? And she's a doctor. She's a doctor in her own right. So, you know, she's making a good little coin. But it's her husband. Listen, let me tell y'all how long Tiffany Moon's money is. Tiffany Moon's closet is probably the size of my whole first floor of my house. And you need a fingerprint to get in her closet. Like, you have to use her finger. I'm sure it's probably her finger, maybe her husband's fingerprint to get in her closet. Let's just, okay. Inside of her closet, she has Birkin bags. Like, her Birkin bag collection is probably, listen, and I'm not exaggerating, y'all. Just at a glance, looking through her closet, she's got at least 20 Birkin bags. That don't include the other shit she got. Let's just start at the Birkin bags. She got a Birkin bag that's like a limited edition $30,000 Birkin bag. Like something crazy. Her house, they have an actual wine tasting. Have you ever been to like one of those restaurants that has a wine cellar where you can go down and have a tasting like in the basement because it's cool down there, and you know they have a place where they'll set up the charcuterie boards. The charcuterie, y'all know what I'm talking about, and do like a wine tasting. Okay, they had that in their basement. Like as you are going down the steps into their basement, they have like a clear glass wall where you can see the different layers of the earth, so you see how deep you're going into earth. Yeah, that's what they got in their basement. Listen. Okay. These people got money. And we sleep on these other franchises. I ain't even gonna talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Y'all know them hoes got money. Y'all know them hoes got money. I already gave y'all that example. Do I need to give y'all that example again? That when they went on their cash trip last season to Jamaica. Do I need to give y'all that example again of these hoes that got money? When the resort sends you their private jet and you fly on the private jet from the resort to Jamaica, and you get there, and each one of y'all don't have your own room. Y'all don't have your own suite. Y'all have your own, like, I don't even know the word for it. It's above a suite, below a villa, okay? And you got your own valet for the time you're staying there. Listen, the first day there, they went to a private island that was owned by the resort. Listen. Maybe penthouse. Well, no, Erica ain't got it now, but when they went, Erica had it. When they went, she had it. Well, we know Erica ain't got it now, child. Yeah, now, little baby, but not then. I mean, Dorit, I think, listen, y'all know what I think is going to happen with Dorit? I think we're going to find out that PK was running a Ponzi scheme. I feel like, don't PK look like he running a Ponzi scheme? Those of y'all that look at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, don't PK look like he could be running a Ponzi? And I feel like that's what they're doing. I feel like they're running a Ponzi scheme, child. Yeah, their rooms were like condos. Yeah, little baby, they were like condos. Xavier, I didn't know resorts had private jets until this particular resort. They sit, and I mean, it had the logo of the resort and everything on the side of the plane. The plane flew from Jamaica to Los Angeles to pick them up, to fly them to the resort and bring them back home. Yeah. See, that's real money. That's real money. You're not just flying first class. You're not even just flying in a private jet. You are flying in the private jet from the resort from which you will be staying for the week. Bitch, bye. You priced the resort 4 days, it's like $25,000. And I'm sure that was like in a regular room. That wasn't even like the rooms that they were staying in, right? That was like a regular room, little baby. Hey, Angela, what's up? You heard Dorit took out 10 loads for her home. Yeah, we know that Dorit is playing with fire now, but when she first came on the show, we didn't know that. We didn't know that. You think of Russian mob money when you think of... Listen, I don't... It's something... Listen, when somebody can't explain to you how they made their money, it's probably because there's some bullshit with how they made their money. Listen, Trey Leche, He just looked like it. I mean, I ain't putting that on nobody, but he just looked like he running a Ponzi scheme. Hell, I didn't think that Erica's husband was into the way he was into it, but listen, we found out it's true. They've been giving scammer ever since that rose gold Bentley. But baby, China White, wasn't that thing beautiful? Baby, that rose gold Bentley was beautiful. What's that thing? Listen, let my husband show up with a rose gold Bentley. Bitch. The rooms look like condos, even the cheap ones. Okay, yeah, because I'm telling you, listen, $25,000 for 4 days, that sound about right. That sound about right. Let me run a nice little Ponzi scheme trying to be the Black Madoff. I'm sick of being poor. Well, Madoff spent the last 10 years in jail. So, I mean, if it's worth it to you to live good for 20 years and be in jail for 10, I mean, listen, we all got to make decisions in life. We all got to make decisions. Baby. But yeah, them Beverly Hills housewives, like, that's just real money. Them Beverly Hills housewives. And again, we know that not all of them, just like anything else, we find out later that there's some bullshit going on. But in the moment, the way they live it is on some different stuff. Hey, Amir Couture. Yeah, in the moment, how they live it. Anyway. Listen. Oh, what did I do that? Okay. Let me see what y'all talking about. Yeah, I'm telling you now, they getting me into this daggone Real Housewives of New Jersey. But y'all know, because I've been watching Beverly Hills. I've been doing Beverly Hills for a while. I watched like the first 2 seasons of Beverly Hills, and then I stopped watching it. This was my first year watching the OC. You see, what's her face ex-husband got sentenced either today or yesterday. The one he beat her up. Child, you know he ain't get no jail time, child. He ain't get no jail time. He got like 120 days jail time if he don't complete some sort of program. It's like a 52-week program. But I will say, they got him on house arrest. I mean, he has to wear an ankle bracelet for like 3 years. I was like, that's a bit excessive. 3 years. God damn. And then he has some sort of like the way it's worded is weird. The way it's worded, basically he has a restraining order, but with the exception of when they're co-parenting. So he can't be around her. He can't call her unnecessarily. He can't hassle her unnecessarily unless it's dealing with the kids. The girl from the Real Housewives of the OC. What's her name, y'all? Yeah, the one with the house. They made fun of her house at the beginning of the season because it was they were saying how small it was. I like the Thug cast now. Which franchise? Which franchise you talking about? Who got a Thug cast? Gina, that's it. Thank you, little baby Gina. Gina. If you're truly doing crime, why appear on national television? Like, listen, I don't understand it either. I don't know why people go on these shows knowing that they are. Yeah, I'm talking about Gina. I don't know why these people go on these shows knowing they are out here doing dirt. Like, what is wrong with y'all? I would want to be so far under the damn radar. The hell? I don't even want to be an extra in the back. I'll be one of those people with their face blurred out. You know how sometimes they'll show you scenes and you can tell that somebody didn't sign the waiver because their face is blurred out. I'll be the person. Piece of lint. I'll be the person with my face blurred out. I don't even want to be on camera by accident. I don't even want you to get me by accident. Right, exactly, Xavier. And they want to, and I feel like there's a level of I want to be in y'all's faces to show y'all what I'm getting away with. Hey, Lady Steph. Hey, boo. It's the ego, child. Arrogance. Yeah. Yep. It's that ego. Child. It's a lot. Because, like I said, I told you, I've been invited to stuff that I knew was going to be filmed. For different things. Child, I ain't go. Not because I ain't go because it was being filmed. I just ain't go. But when you go into those, and I've been to stuff where it's being filmed. I ain't saying it was being filmed for the Real Housewives of Potomac or nothing like that, but it's being filmed for different reasons. And you sign a waiver going in the door. Like, you have to sign the waiver because they can't control what footage they're going to use. If they're filming, if it's a wedding, and they're filming the wedding, and you just happen to get in a scene, and the bride is doing something memorable in that moment, like they can't control all of that. So everybody has to sign a waiver. Child, Erica knew about all that shit. Erica might not have known to the extent and how deep it went, but listen, you're not gonna sit here and tell me that Erica didn't know nothing. Now, she might have signed all the papers without reading it and all of that, but Erica knew that shit. Erica absolutely knew that shit was going on. You ain't gonna tell me she didn't. Just like I don't know how much I believe that what Coach Shaw knew and didn't know. Jen Shah's husband, Right, Jen, but they were already investigating her though. That's the problem. She didn't know that she was already being investigated. From my understanding, if I remember reading that right. You got oxtails. You know what? I have never eaten oxtails. You think Coach Shaw turned her in? Ooh. Child. All right, y'all. Y'all know I gotta share my commercial. We're gonna look at my commercial, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about Queen Sugar, and then we're gonna get ready to kick it on over. We're gonna kick it on over. Yeah, I've never had oxtails. Remember, y'all, this is Jasminita Hunty. Made a whole commercial for me, y'all.
Ladies, the summer's almost here. Make sure when you show off that skin that it is as smooth and soft as silk. Hit up Really BTV for your skin so soft. Light and breezy, smelling so good and not even greasy. I was surprised I didn't have to wait. I got it in the mail in a couple of days. You better get your skin so soft from Really BTV. Skin so soft. You better get your skin so soft. Satisfaction guaranteed. Skin so soft, and tell her you were sent by me. Oh, 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 oh.
Honey, yes. I just think that is so cute. Okay. Yes, Abby has her new podcast. Y'all go over there and check out her intro. Abby, are you still in the chat? Do I have a mod? Yeah, I got a mod in the chat. Little baby, can you drop the link for Abby for Abby's podcast, Not My Ministry? I'm going to drop the link for Jasminita too, y'all. Hey, Jason, what's up? I'm about to drop that link too for Jasminita. Hold on. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know me in this sharing this screen thing. Let me get out of that. But the real reason we thought it was Evie's because she has a soft voice but a heavy fist. She does have that, honey. You don't want to play. You don't want to play those games. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me get this link. All right, there it is right there. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. All right. Shut up, El Teddy. You just shut up. You just shut up. That's the link for Jasminita. That's the link. So listen, El Teddy, this is where you can leave because I'm going to talk about Queen Sugar for a few minutes. So you can leave right now. Because El Teddy hasn't seen the last 2 episodes. So I don't want him to have to see it. Hear me talk about it. So last night was the season finale for Queen Sugar. It didn't even seem like it had been 10 episodes, but it had been 10 episodes. And my review will be loading when I've already recorded the review. I just got to load it. It'll be loaded when I get out of here. What Google Mods? The Google Monster in my chat. What? Oh, the Google Monster in my chat, y'all. Okay, we ain't doing nothing over here, so here's what it is. Yeah, I feel the same way, Alika. The finale was just eh. The finale was eh. You know, it was. I feel like it was lazy, and I love Queen Sugar. Y'all know I love it. I love the writing, and they've had some great episodes this season. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like they deleted the link to Ebby's channel. What? Ain't that some bullshit? Drop it again, little baby. See what happens. It's just a link to somebody else's channel. The hell? They tripping. But I just feel like it was lazy. You know, I felt like they knew they had another season coming, and that they just figured with everything going on with COVID and with all of the different things going on with COVID, I think that they felt like we'll just handle it next year. I just, you know, like, just to give one example, and again, I don't want El Teddy, I told him to leave, but just to give one example, you spent this whole season talking about the men's spot, you know, Hollywood's venture. And we get to this last episode and you talk about how the invitations are going and how they thought they were only going to get like 7 or 8 men, but they up to 47 men. I would have loved to at least seen the log on. Like, I would have loved to seen him go live on the Zoom. We ain't got to have a whole long, drawn-out scene with the conversation because, Lord, 47 people in the Zoom, Lord have mercy. It deleted it again? Wow. Wow, that's a whole lot. I don't know why they deleting it, y'all. Well, y'all please go check out Ebby's podcast. It's called It's Not My Ministry. If you go to Ebby's channel, you can find the link. I don't know why it's deleting it. That's crazy. Wow. I don't know why it's doing that. That is so crazy. Yeah, I just felt like they left me. Some of the stuff they left hanging, I was fine with them leaving hanging. Other stuff, it was just meh. It was meh. You know, that whole storyline with Blue was so not very well written. It just wasn't very well written. You know, you're saying that you're sending this little boy to school in June. Like, I thought him getting into the school was for the next school year. I didn't know it was like effective immediately. He needs to start now. Generally, stuff like that is for the next school year. Oh, is that what it is? He's leaving the show? Well, that makes sense then. But you know what though? They still could have, him leaving the show, they still could have written it differently. They could have said he's going to DC for a summer enrichment program because they know that there's going to be a transition period from him being on virtual school to the rigor of a Sitwell Friends. You know what I'm saying? Now, him leaving the show, that makes sense. I mean, maybe his family, you know, I don't know why he's leaving the show, but okay. Him leaving the show, that's fine. But that was just poorly written. And maybe it's just me. I know schools and stuff like that, but it just was poorly written the way they did that. They could have done the exact same thing and just written it differently. Right. And if that's the way they send him off the show, that's even worse, I feel like. But anyway. Yeah, so I just felt like it was just it was just meh. You know, I needed to see Envy and Ralph Angel have the showdown that they need to have. I need them to have the conversation. I need Envy to tell everybody what is pissing her off. Like, I need Envy been snapping for a while now. I need her to tell everybody what her problem is. Is it menopause? Like, what's going on with you? What's going on with you, ma'am? I just need to know these things. But anyway. But my review will be up. I was just disappointed. But y'all know what we did get though during last night's episode. Y'all know what we did get. Baby, we got that trailer for for David Makes Man. We got a date for David Makes Man. It will be back on June the 22nd, honey. June the 22nd. I think that's next season, Xavier. I definitely feel like that's next season that we're going to get the showdown between Parker and and Charlie. And let me tell you something. I was already looking forward to the showdown, but I'm looking forward to the showdown even more because now that she done teamed back up with Davis, baby, you know, Davis got a little something, some things up his sleeve too, honey. I'm here for it. I'm here for her and Davis. I'm here for it. I'm here. I am. I'm here for it. I'm here for her and Davis. I mean, I know he had a whole baby on her and stuff. I get it, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm a little leery on David Makes Man. I don't know how I feel about them aging them, but I'm going to wait and see. El Teddy keeps telling me, trust the writers, trust the writers, trust the writers. So I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to wait and see. But I don't know how I feel about it, y'all. I have to be honest. I don't know how I feel about it. Right. Where the hell is Siren? Where the hell is Siren? Well, we're going to find out, Alika. I think they're going to give us I think they're going to break it. I think they're going to go real slow. I don't think we're going to see her jump in head first. JG is a cop. See, that's the shit I'm talking about. Don't say nothing about the trailer, though. El Teddy ain't seen it. He going to do it. So that's one of the things El Teddy going to do. He going to do a live reaction during his live of the trailer. He's going to do a live reaction of the trailer. Is that what it is, Xavier? I used to love that show once upon a time. I used to love that show. All right, well, we can get off of here. So at 8 o'clock, El Teddy is going live. And don't forget, It's Me D is doing his live reaction to The Masked Singer. I'll be playing double duty. But El Teddy will be live at 8, and It's Me D will be doing his live reaction over there on his channel for The Masked Singer. So I'll be in both places, child. I'll be pulling double duty, honey. I'll be pulling double duty. Don't forget, I don't know why YouTube was tripping, but please make sure y'all go give Abby a click in the view with her new channel and podcast over there. Don't worry, she's not gonna stop doing her makeup. It's just she's adding to, not subtracting from. So y'all go check it out. I listened to it today on my way home. It was really good, really good. They're doing a reboot. Oh Lord. I don't know how I feel about that, Xavier. You got to keep me posted. You got to keep me posted on that. I don't know how I feel about a reboot. What was I going to say? And last but not least, go buy some Avon. Y'all go and get you some Avon. Y'all know y'all need some Skin So Soft. Y'all know. Listen, that whole Calvin Nova thing, I'm over it. I'm just over it. I'm over the Calvin Nova situation. I'm over it, y'all. I'm over it. That whole, the sister from Stars, the main character. That whole him turning himself in like he's doing something noble. Child, bye. Boy, bye. You're not impressing me with that. You're not even a cop no more. How Internal Affairs gonna come? You ain't even a cop no more, sir. That don't impress me. Abby's new channel is called That's Not My Ministry. We've been trying to drop the link. But the link, for whatever reason, YouTube keeps deleting the link. I don't know why they keep deleting the link. But I'm going to go back and put it in the description box of this video so that y'all can find it. Yes, I love the Skin So Soft gel, too. I absolutely love the gel. When I get out the shower, baby, I ordered me some, too. I got some coming. They'll probably be here today or tomorrow. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Google just deleted. So are they not letting you drop links in the chat anymore? Is that what's going on? That's crazy. If you can't drop links in the chat, I mean, you already only a moderator can do it. So I don't understand why they're doing that. That is so crazy. Wow. That's crazy. Let me go back. I had to go read. They might have sent us an email about it, child. You know, YouTube always changing stuff, child. Let me go back and look and see what's going on with the thing. But anyway. But thank y'all for coming through. Hopefully I'll see y'all in one of those 2 places where I'm about to be in a few minutes. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace. Mwah.